there, yogis. My name is Sarah, and this is Sarah Yoga. Today we have a nice combo of soft and strong. So it's just a quick practice so you can get on your mat, get into your body with some elements of strong, but mostly soft, but you have a little bit of balance so you get a little bit of heat, and then you can start to feel some of those muscles relax. So this is just a perfect practice for morning, midday, evening, really any time of the day, just to get you on your mat, get into your body, and let you forget about all those other worries for just a little while. This is just about you. Let everything else go. All you're gonna need is your mat, yourself, some comfy clothes, and we'll jump right in and get started. So grab your mat, hop on your mat, take a seat. Real quick here, we'll pause and get into our breath before we start to move. And just really enjoy this. You don't have to be an expert at yoga. Don't have to be good at yoga to do it. Lift up through the spine, let the chin come nice and level with the ground. Take a nice big breath in through the mouth. Let it go. And again, deep breath in through the mouth. Let it go. Two more like that. Deep breath in. Maybe even let the shoulders come up towards the ears. Exhale. Let it go. One more round. Inhale, really wide and fill up. Exhale. Let it go. We'll start to move right into this. Grab onto the knees with the hands. Inhale, roll through the chest. A little bit of cat-cow in our seat. Exhale, chin to chest, around through the spine. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, navel comes up and in, chin to chest. One more round here. Deep breath in, roll forward. And exhale, navel comes up and in, chin to chest. Really just about finding what your body needs today, listening to your breath. We'll add on here, take some circles through the hips, through the upper torso. Connecting more to our intuition. So feeling that breath, especially in the lower belly, into the solar plexus, which is right below the ribs, tucked behind the stomach on the left side. Feel the expansion of the breath. Switch directions here, roll in that opposite direction. And remember, just a little bit goes a long way. So if you are feeling super distracted and not very connected to what that intention is that you thought about on day one, move a little slower and just enjoy the time on your mat. There's no other guidelines. And then come back to center here. We'll take our head and take a couple circles just to get out of the head of the neck. Really roll in any which direction that feels good. Maybe a couple more rolls through the shoulders. And then lift up through the spine, take that right hand over towards the left knee. Easy supine twist. It's not necessarily easy, it's just a simple version of as far as twisting goes. Roll open through the heart. Keep that chin parallel to the ground. Breathe into the low belly and the solar plexus. Make this more about you here for the time that we have. Exhale, come back to center, and we'll switch sides, up and over to the right. And then exhale, come back to center. We'll move now, dive forward and make our way onto our hands and our knees and find that same cat-cow. So hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes underneath you. Inhale, roll open through the heart. Exhale, belly comes up and in. And again, deep breath in, take it forward. Exhale, navel comes up and in. So we're going to find those locks in the lower spine, the root chakra, and in the navel, the belly. So pull the navel up and in. Feel the tailbone kind of hug in, push into the mat, and then lift the knees 1 inch away from the ground. And breathe here. Give yourself 5 inhales, 5 exhales, just to create a little bit of heat to send that energy moving around in the body. Long neck, stay connected to the breath. Take 1 more deep breath in, and then exhale, release. So we're gonna lift up here on the knees. Keep those toes tucked underneath you. Got some cordage hanging out here. And as you come up onto the knees, keep the toes tucked and start to lift up, bring the hands to the low back. So really gentle back bend here. Nothing too crazy, because we haven't done that much. Scoop the belly in, hug the navel in, roll the elbows together, poof out through the heart and the chest. Deep inhale, and then exhale, release. Hands come down, and we'll step that right foot in between the hands. Walk your left knee back, and take a couple rocks here. Rock forward, rock back. A little bit goes a long way, so just a nice lesson in when you can't have a full practice. You know, sometimes just a couple minutes you have in the day, how can you find or connect to that intuition and find your own yoga when you don't have that hour and a half or whatever on your mat? Because yoga can become just like any other routine. You know, we can get very caught up in, I have to do my hour of yoga every day or I'm not going to feel good. So just being careful and mindful of that. And after you've had a couple more rocks here, we'll walk that left knee in so it's right underneath the left hip and start to come up into Anjaneyasana. So think about rooting down to lift up, navel hugs in, take the arms out to the side, inhale, reach all the way up, and then exhale, hands come right behind the back of the head. Scoop the belly and feel that connection to the core, to the center of the body, and then peel the elbows back, lean back, roll open through the front of the throat, and breathe here. Anjaneyasana, variation. And take 1 more deep breath in. And then slowly start to take that right elbow, and we're gonna do a little side dip. So right elbow comes up, left elbow down. Inhale, come back up. Flip the palms up towards the sky, reach up, look up. And then exhale, release. As you come down, left hand stays down, and we'll swing the right hand all the way back and peel open into a twist. Elbow can bend here, find the back of the head, feel the navel hug in. Breathe all the way into the low back. Find the twist more in your upper spine. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Right hand comes down. Send that right knee back. Give yourself a couple of rolls through the hips. Roll it out, roll through the head and the neck. And then we'll take that left foot, step it all the way forward here, and find your rocks forward, backward, just to get into this left leg. Yeah, if you're tight like I am, take your time and make sure you're breathing. If you've had a couple of those, we'll start to peel it up and come up into that Anjaneyasana. So hands reach all the way up towards the sky. Left hip peels back, right hip forward, and then hands come right behind the back of the head. Feel the connection to the core. Feel nice and grounded. Pushing down to lift up. Widen the elbows, push the head back in space. Maybe lean back a little more and breathe here. Watch your breath, watch what's going on in the mind. Just be mindful, observing that mind. So what's true to that intention, what's not? That's what we kind of have to decipher, even in our own mind. And then we're going to start to dip this right elbow down, left elbow comes up towards the sky. Inhale, come all the way back up. Flip the palms up towards the sky. Scoop the belly and lift up. Reach up and back. Take a nice big breath in here and then exhale, release. Right hand comes down and we'll swing the left hand all the way around. Find that twist. Roll open, push into the right hand. So as you hug the belly in a little bit, you can find the twist more in your upper spine. It's like leading with the heart more. Leading with that intuitive drive of the heart. Take one more breath in, exhale, release. Step left foot back to meet that right foot. Take a couple circles with the hips, roll out through the head and the neck. And then we'll land here in a child's pose, knees wide, big toes together. Sink it down, take your elbows wide, and feel nice and grounded. This is a very calming, soothing pose. Releasing through the throat, the jaw, and the front of the face. Opening through the hips, the low back. Getting more access of that breath into the back body. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll peel, roll all the way up. And start to walk the knees in. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Tuck those left toes, tuck the right toes. Take it up and back into one downward dog today. So another way to get grounded, bend the knees a little, stick out the butt, push into the hands. Push away from the ground, find length through the body. Maybe shake out the head and the neck. And then if you want to, find any movement here, maybe pedal the legs, bend one knee and then the other. So as always, you can stay longer in these poses. All right, if you want, if you have more time, maybe pause the video if something feels good. If you're ready to move on, you can move on with me. So we'll come back forward, lower the knees, step that right foot forward, and we'll move right into a pigeon pose. So another super grounding pose to get into that lower pelvis and hip area. Open up the root chakra, allow the breath to drop all the way down. So we'll lower that right knee, flex the right toes back towards the knee, extend the left leg nice and long. Come up onto your fingertips, roll right hip back, left hip forward. Take a nice big breath and roll open through the heart. And then on your exhale, to any degree, you can come down to the palms, maybe down to the forearms. And think about releasing through the tailbone, through the back of the heart, and through the back of your throat. Use your breath. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Make this more about you, more about your experience that you're having. And just let the experience be whatever it is. It's going to allow you to just be more in the space of what's present, and it will allow you to connect more to what that intuition is. Then when you're ready, we'll start to climb all the way up here. Take your time and we'll switch sides. Right knee goes back, left foot comes forward, walk it over to the right, finding pigeon on the left side. Lower that left knee down. Walk the right knee back. And then drag left hip back, right hip forward, flex the left toes. Take a nice big breath and open up through the heart. Find length. And then on your exhale, to your degree, lowering down. Tailbone, back of the heart and back of the throat. This side might be very different, so be patient. And then when you're ready, we'll climb it back up. Send that left knee back to meet the right. One more time here, give yourself a couple of circles with the hips. Roll it out. Roll out through the head and the neck. And then we'll find our way, make our way back into a seat. So we'll end here. If you want to end in Shavasana on your back, by all means, do that. Sometimes I find just sitting in a meditation pose allows you to be more present. Sometimes it's easy to fall asleep when you're on your back, easy to check out. Give yourself a couple moments here to let all those movements digest into the body. See if you can find your breath again into the lower pelvis. Feel that diaphragm moving up and down. Maybe even feel more relaxed in the jaw. If you're sitting up, feel that alignment. The head comes over the heart over the belly. And again, stay here for as long as you need. Take as many moments, many last breaths to let your practice sink in. And with that, in honor of observing and following that intuition, we'll bring the hands together at the heart. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow in Yoga University. Namaste.